told you guys earlier, I was gonna make a video about my last little reel or reel that I made short about addressing the light skin and dark skin and colorism situation really briefly, but sternly and passionately. And I wanted to make this video mainly about colorism and karma and the last video I spoke about and what I spoke about in the last video about the injuries and the accidents in the hospital thing or whatever. So, which you probably want to stay tuned because this is going to be kind of long. Okay, so the first thing I want to start off with is karma. Okay, before I get into these things, like I said, I'm going to address these situations, but I gotta do them in short videos so I can like give you like little increments of them. You know, like I gotta cook it up and puree it like baby food to give it to you guys. All right, because I gave you the best food. I give my bitch the best food. Yes, I do. I love you. Now, back on to topic of what I was saying. The first thing I want to speak about is karma, because when I hear people say that they don't believe in karma or that's not true, always remember when they say that, they're about to do something. Not only are they about to do something messed up or fucked up, they're about to do something messed up specifically to you. And they don't want you to believe that they believe in karma, because just in case if you happen to see, they don't want you to think that they got karma for whatever they're about to do to you. So always remember that. When somebody says they don't believe in karma, pay very close attention to them, because that means they're trying to go up against the laws of nature and the elements of life just so they can get their rocks off of doing something that's not okay, that they don't want done to themselves or their family to you. And so they need you to remember that karma is not real. Don't believe in that type of stuff, because that's going to be on their conscience. As long as you feel like karma's not real, they'll feel like, okay, their movements of what they're about to do to you, which is really messed up, it's going to be justified because they got you to not believe in karma. Why else would nobody want to believe in karma? That's protecting you and your family. Only people that don't want to care about karma is people that's out there specifically going out to people and intentionally doing harm to them, preferably, most likely innocent people. And they need to think that that's okay, so they cannot believe in karma. So karma is very real, just like every action is a reaction, and that's with life. Whatever you do, it's going to cause a reaction, whether you realize it in the moment or not. So karma is definitely real. You get up, you work every day, you get what you put in. Like, that's energy. So good or bad, whatever you put into life is what you're eventually, notice I said eventually, gonna get back, okay? So that's the first. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, I want to start it off before I go straight into the colorism about people that look like me, dark skin, that have they're undercover black people that pretend like they love black, but they don't like black, and they're hiding inside of the black community, marching along as if they are down for black and that they're black this and they're empowering, when I realize that that's not true. Because every last one of them, or most likely 99.9% of them, I said 99.9, so that means it's another point up there, Ivy. So everybody that's saying it's not me, then maybe you might be that point or whatever, but yeah, they most likely don't like black. And so I started realizing that most black people, or most people that's colorist, they never say, yeah, I'm a colorist, but this is what we, you know how there's racist people that's like, yeah, I'm racist because I hate these people because of this. So yeah, they diagnose their stuff, they know what they are, and they're choosing to stay like that. Well, we don't have colorists like that. So far, we've never had a former colorist, or I'm not gonna say former colorist, but a colorist that's a colorist is saying, yeah, they got to stand 10 toes down, like this is what it is. No, they have to hide and pretend to black people to get their point across that it's okay. If it's okay what you say, stand on what you're saying. Say, no, I'm a colorist, but listen, this is why. So that way everybody can understand where you're coming from. But you're parading around, cosplaying as you love being black, and you love black, but you hate dark skin though. That's the thing. This is why I had the video for the last time, because I'm like, hold up, why? Everywhere I'm seeing black, the word black, it's never nobody with black skin, unless it's a man. It's always something light or biracial or non-black representing the dark skin, and that's backwards. I'm supposed to be like, this is our house, like, it's like everybody else's guests. And it really, don't get mad at me, this is what life is. And when the world starts back over, it's gonna be the same process. And it's up to us to say, you know what? Hey, they're cute, we should let them stay. Or remember what they did last time, type of shit. This is the shit we have to remember, because a lot of people are not repenting. And this is what I'm about. This is about waking people up and telling people to hold themselves accountable, because some people don't realize and they're not self-aware of their actions. So we have people cosplaying as they love being black and all this other stuff, but they hate dark skin, especially the mother of dark skin, which is dark skinned women. So that's what we have to really sit here and look at. So I want to start pointing out those cosplaying fake black loving people acting like they love black, but there's no images of the mother of blackness. It's like, if it's not representing blackness, that means it's representing death, because it's representing white supremacy, which means it's representing the future being white as possible. Meaning, if black is there, that means it represents all of the colors. You know, every single last one. Everybody's there enjoying and eating. But when the dark skin is missing, that's when you're basically, without dark skin, you're automatically saying no matter brown skin, you're automatically eventually going to white supremacy. That's where you're going. Eventually, that's the results. Because you're not placing the right piece where it belongs, which is going to mess up the whole system. It's going to end up hurting itself and self-sabotaging, because it doesn't make sense. You're representing death. If those good white people or non-black people are good, they're going to be around the mother, the foundation. You have to have a healthy foundation. All right, so that's one of the things, and I'm going to get back on this subject again, but I'm trying to make the video like not too long, and I really wanted to make this video because also what really stemmed off that last video was I was seeing people making videos and people in the comments, I'm reading comments and other people's videos that was talking about the same stuff I'm talking about, which I was happy to see. And I'm seeing some people in the comments talking about this racism stuff and talking about because us black people, us black Americans, we would never do nothing like that. We would never discriminate on nobody against their color for no reason. Like, they're saying all the stuff that I was trying to say, but they were doing that to us. Like, you know, so it's like, hold up, how y'all gonna lie? Like, no, let these racist people know that you were doing that, and I can vouch for that. I was right there, sitting there speaking up the whole time. Yes, they did. Black Americans, which I am a black American, was going by the name African American, but I am American, born in America. My family's on both sides is from America. That's all we know. I don't have no other, like, I'm just American, and I'm proud of it. But I'm not saying I don't have anything else in my family tree, but what's made was we were here since the founding of this country, on both sides. So I wanted to speak on black Americans because they're trying to act like they didn't do colorism, and I'm seeing this a lot since the past week, where they're trying to talk to these racist people, and they're using all of my talking points as if they understood me the whole time, but they wanted to keep playing with me and testing God, because you're not testing me, you're testing God. You're not going up against me, you're going up against God. You know, I sit back and relax. The only thing I have to do is get God to see what's going on, and that if you point energy to that direction and let him know it's a problem, and he's going to take care of it, and we all have that ability. You know, so I'm trying to wake people up to help them understand that we do. But when we sit there and lie and not hold ourselves accountable because we want to make another a group of people hurt, and we're lying, that means we're not holding ourselves accountable. That means we're getting them out of the way so we can do the same shit again. No, I'm saying that's a problem, and yes, we do have colorism in the black community. Yes, they do discriminate on black people. Look at all the black groups. They only have nothing but colorism. You're talking about black, but you can't even place the right piece in the right spot, but you want to win. Nobody can't take you serious like that. I don't take you serious like that. Why do you think I'm here? If the right piece was there, I can sit back and relax, don't have to worry about doing my job. I got the right piece right there, I can relax. I can't relax because it's not the truth. And I'm gonna have energy because this is what God's telling me to do, because nobody else is doing it right now. Nobody. And then you'll get those fake cosplaying pro-black people, or just black people that pretend that they love being black and they love the black community. You'll get them, and then they'll always come with some real low self-esteem talking points on trying to act like, yeah, but we still love being black, though. It's like, get your weak ass. Like, I can't. I love being black, so you're gonna feel what I'm saying. You're gonna want to be black. You're gonna see why. Like, you're gonna be energized. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be ready to take on the future in all aspects. When I explain why it's good to be black, I don't be like, yeah, it's good to be black, but you never went the thing that I had. It's like, or they'll be like, yeah, if you don't want to enjoy our stuff, you don't want our pain and suffering, the fact that we hate living every day, and like, well, I hate living every day, I hate my life, but it sure is good to be black. No, we don't need those people like that. They're always going to try to sneak some weak stuff in there. That's how you can tell they're lying, or they're copying off somebody else that really is like that. Because when somebody really is like that and they really love their stuff, they don't got to hate nobody else. They don't got to teach you to hate nobody else. They just got to wake you up to the truth and then show you who you are and what capabilities you can do and what you have inside you. And I pull that out of you like, whoa, that's what I do. That's my job. So I'm tired of when you hear any black person coming with some type of weak talking point or trying to say black is great or they love being black, like, you don't want our pain. Shouldn't have to be pain to be black. It's only like that because you're trying to live and not hold yourself accountable so you can live freely and really enjoy life and have your heaven on earth. Why wait till you die to have heaven on earth? You have to be in that frequency for when you leave this planet in order to go there. So whatever frequency you're on, that's when you're going. So if you want demon time and all of that, you're going to hell. That time's up, pencils down, that's what your last breath was about. You didn't repent, you didn't try to start doing good. That's what the whole life test is about. You have to get there before you get there. Your mind and body and soul have to align before you go to a certain level. And if you're not on that frequency, you're not going to go in there. You're going to get kicked out because people want to know that you're a fraud and that you're not real. It's about the frequency. That's how I know. When you're on a black loving frequency, it's not about hate, it's not about none of that. It's a vibe, it's a vibration where it's life, it's excitement, it's peace, it's gratitude, it's believing in the Most High, and self-care and self-worth and self-awareness and holding ourselves accountable. That's what it's about. And if you're not on that frequency, you on that demon time and on that devil time and all that, that's where you're going. And when you leave here, you think it's a joke, you're not gonna like it. It's gonna be what you don't, the worst thing you don't want. The reason why you was doing it, so you didn't have to have, that's gonna be the main reason that you're running from. That's gonna be what your hell is. So you're not running from anything. You think you're gonna be able to be immune to hell? No, you're not. You're not. You keep thinking, maybe it's burning fire. Like, no, it's not. You're not gonna be able to expect this hell. You're not gonna be able to prepare yourself for this type of pain, because you was. And so, you want to know how I know this about this type of stuff, about the weed talking points? Because I looked and researched every single black group, and I was looking to see what female they was going to place there. And just like with Egypt, I do the same thing. Egypt, they had to paint all of the stuff tar black because they did not want you to mistake that black for white. That's a complete different color. So if your skin is light skinned and you did something, they can easily white it out or whatever. But when it's black, the dark skinned people wanted to know, because I'm going through the same thing. They want to take what you have and be the person of it and patent it and be the face of it and push it out to the world and have all the viewers and everything. And there's somebody already that's black that's doing it. Anything you see a light skinned or a Hispanic person or a white person done, they copied it off of a black person. If it's dope, they copied it off a black person. And most likely they don't even hang out with that black person. They probably was watching it online, and that's called siphoning energy, where they don't want to they're supposed to have a shirt because this person made them start getting up and really being like this. And instead of giving them their crown and giving them like, yeah, this is what you did, they hide that, ignore that, and they want people to give them the props when they complimenting them. They're complimenting them on what they would say about that person that brought it up, but they're getting, your work is this or this, and they're just accepting it as if they did it and really reaping all the benefits as if they put the work in. And this is what happens. So this is why I usually paint or make sure I put the image of myself darker than what it is, because I don't want no one to misunderstand, because they be trying to lighten shit up. No, I'm dark skin. I have dark skin. When you see me outside in the summertime, I get really dark. So I'm dark skinned, and that's the image that I want to maintain. That's what I want to put up. I don't want no one being able to change it. So dark skinned people would allow light-skinned people to do that as if they need light-skinned people, or as if, you shouldn't say this type of truth because light-skinned people, I don't care. They need me more than I need them. Like I said, if the world gets destroyed again, I'm going to be back first, and they have to get through us allowing them to come back in here. And we have to remember how we were treated by everybody and make a decision on whether we want these people to come back, but we have to remember what's going on and what's happening. And when we do this and take ourselves out of the equation, nobody else appreciates us and thinks we're trash. You see how powerful we are? Notice how everybody woke up at the same time, because they don't realize that when you're doing something evil like that to people, you might have them under a spell or whatever, but guess what? When God comes around, or the God frequency comes around and wakes them up, they're going to remember that stuff. Even though they was under a spell, you thought they didn't know, they was too stupid, or they was smiling and giddy, they're going to wake up like around this time. You see how so many black people were woke and were telling you how people was treating them, and the other races thought that we were so dumb that we couldn't see and that we wasn't picking it up, and now you see how people seen it and they're telling you how they felt about it, but they never said nothing at the time because they was pretending to get whatever crumbs they needed to help or whatever they was trying to receive help from them. And they saying that they didn't help. So they remember all of that, but they were still under a spell trying. So they were still under a spell because they were doing things by denouncing their throne, denouncing themselves, denouncing their people, trying to impress people how bad they don't like their people, and impress people with colorism. What black people like to do in the black community, we like to impress people, especially other races, with colorism. Like, here you go, here's a flower, here's a gift or a car. You do it, you find a random black person or somebody, and you target them just to show them, see, I like you like that. And we ain't did nothing as a collective. We have nothing built as a collective on any area that we're at. In the areas we do have, because of colorism, the same thing, because the system is telling you you're not allowed in your own system, and that this is how they're supposed to be treated. So until you change your system, they're not wrong, because this is what you're forcing them and telling them what they want. Usually white people are going to do whatever is in our hearts because they're trying to get our trust, and they have to know exactly what to do. So if you don't like the reflection that they're showing you in the racism, this is what you're telling them to do, because they can't even deal with one of us without having to know to be racist or not. They're going to deal with too much trouble just dealing with one, because we're so ununited in that we want to see each other hurt each other, that white people have to pay attention, because they're going to be fucking with the evil black people, and that's where they're going to get some karma. So they're going to be a whole batch of evil white people that's just rotten eggs. They're gone. They're spoiled. They got nothing but bad karma to them, because they have a black person in their circle that's the bad black people, which means everything they get, everything they built is going to be built off nothing. It's going to go away into the dust eventually. You know, you have to get the good black people that's standing on truth, the ones that love themselves but not telling people to kill white people for no reason. No, white people that hate white people like that, they've done things to make people hate them, but we have to understand the confusion and the chaos. No race people can deal with us because of the rape, the confusion, and the fact that we don't hold ourselves accountable and fix the problems that we have with the mental health. That's what it's all about. Mental health is all about accountability, and you fight against the good and the bad you. Trying to do the right thing every day. Get up and do the right thing. You fight with yourself. Some days you feel good, you feel invigorated, you feel like you can do it, and a lot of days they can't feel like that. You know, so that's basically what it's about. That's what mental health is about. Good versus the evil. I also wanted to speak about dark-skinned women that also promote colorism and act like nobody knows about it, and then play victim and try to use it whenever they want to do colorism, and then when they get called out, they want to say, nobody likes me because I'm black. No, don't even try to do that. If you're a colorist, it's going to show. This is my job. I think I'm coming up with like a Ghostbusters, but a colorist busters, where we have proof about this, because I know all the signs. I'm gonna write all the signs down for the show them before I go in there, so that way they can know that I'm not lying. We got the dates at the time, so when we show the signs, when they try to come and cosplay Loving Black, I'm gonna show, oh, so this is what it is. I only need a couple of, I just need a couple of stuff to do, and then I'll check you out, and then I'll know if you're a colorist, and I can't hide it. There's a lot of people that try to hide it, but it's visions. Colorists deal with visions. It has to be intentional and unapologetic. They have to get up and be planning some shit. It can't just be, I don't like. So I know a colorist when I see one. And like I said, there's dark-skinned colorists, there's dark-skinned men, dark-skinned women colorists, there's light-skinned, brown-skinned. Within the black community, within all of the shades, there is definitely colorism. And if you call it out every day, the reason why I say call it out is because I want you to be able to spot these people and see, okay, that's what she said. You know, like I'm literally making sure I stay on this because it's very important, because that's where the chaos is. I told you, it's just like Dr. Sadie. You get rid of one little thing called mucus, and it gets rid of a whole slew of diseases, everything that has nothing to do with nothing, mental health and everything, all because of mucus. All because of that one thing called bad breath, bad teeth, all of that. Just from one little thing. So one little thing, this one little colorism thing that I talk about, you think it's so small. Colorism, darkism, whatever you want to call it. I've heard so many different names, which I'm glad that there's a lot of different people researching, and thanks for everybody's effort that's seriously passionate about it. If you are, just show out and show off, show off and show out, and show and prove on what you've been studying and what you've been researching, because we need as many people as we possibly can to get this going. Because like I said, you get rid of the colorism, that's where the heaven on earth will start. You have to get rid of the mucus. Get rid of the mucus, okay? Back to the white people. You know, in medicine, because I am a medical assistant and a dental assistant, right? In medical assistant, the white blood cells is what fights off diseases, right? But also, pus and plaque is white, and it's not good, right? So you have to make sure that if you want to have the good type of white stuff that's going to protect you, it has to be coming from the good black people. If they're coming from some evil black people with bad karma coming to them, then you're going to get the pus and the not good white stuff. We need the good white stuff. If you're going to have white people on your team. I'm just saying for the people that do work with white people. You know, they're going to understand this. They're not stupid. You know, they're definitely researching and looking for the people. And guess what? The chosen one, they already have them written down, how they look, how they sound. They have blood tests and everything. They know who's real and who's not. There's nothing nobody can do to try to fool anybody right now. The truth is coming up to us like so fast to everybody right now. It's like shooting it up in your veins. That's how, and it's going to get more crazier and more magically like surprising as the years go on. Like this is really, heaven on earth is happening, but it's a lot of, we're getting everything situated right now with cleaning out the system and setting the system right with proper codes and proper values to reset it back to what it's supposed to be. So everybody could live good. Once we are good, then everybody truly can live good, because we can get rid of the bad apples as a collective and each shade, color, and race, or ethnicity, and all of that. Okay? A pure heart is a pure heart at the end of the day. If you believe, I call out my God Allah. But other people have different names, and I don't knock whatever you do. I don't hate you. If that's what's making you a good person like me and able to be on my vibration and withstand on my vibration and have a pure heart like me, then and that's what made you do it, then I respect that. And just don't, I want you to have the same, like I just would like everybody to have the same respect for me and my religion. And I am Muslim, and I believe in Allah, the Most High, the creator of the heavens and the earth. And I respect other people's religion as long as they respect mine. The last thing I want to speak about, because I'm just trying to make this video as short as possible, and like I said, I'll update on everything that I missed out on in this video, in the next video. And of course, y'all know I got some great stuff coming. I don't even want to tell you because I don't want people to know. I like working in silence and, you know, waiting for God's cue to let me know when the right time to execute the right. Okay, and the last thing, again, I want to remind you guys about the invisible laws that I'm excited about in heaven on earth that we are entering right now. or you get a lot of distractions and stuff because they don't want you to realize exactly what's going on. And I can't just tell everything to you straight up. So I gotta give it to you like this. I just want you to stay tuned for what's to come, because it's nothing but ecstasy. For the good people that's been working their behinds off and waiting for these moments to happen, like, you were waiting and you knew, and I see the people out there that did know. But just make sure you get on those people that's trying to sit there and lie and not hold themselves accountable. If you know there's people that's colorists and they were blatant colorists and they was disrespectful with it, you see them trying to point fingers at the other races for what they're going through right now, and they're trying to act like they're bad, but you would point, you hate black skin, you hate dark skin, how could you dare do this to us? You hate us because it's black. Yeah, you were saying all of the right stuff, but to the other people, but they're not fixing their problem. They're not saying, I used to be, but I stopped, and this is what you need to do. They're not giving no help or nothing. They just straight switch, because they're trying to fool people. So if you notice that, don't take them serious. They're lying and they're up to something. Okay, we need real people that's serious about this so we all can make a change. We don't even have to do much. If we all just sit there and make that one stop, you'll see just that one little tiny little move. Everybody just do. You don't have to pay no money. It's free. Just do that and you'll see the magic happen. I promise you. And when you see the magic happen, it'll be energetic stuff that magically starts appearing and happening for the good people. I'm talking about out of thin air. But we have to be on the same wavelength to make this happen, because remember, on heaven on earth, it is magical. It is a magical, magical place. Yes, it's a magical guy in the sky that gets a magical woman in the sky. Yes, it's magical like that. It's an energy. Okay, and energy can be female or masculine. All right, so it does take female energy to create life. And I'm just going to leave off with that. So I just want to say it's earth,